All right, welcome everyone to our 2016 Byron Middle School 6th grade Poetry Slam. We have taken the last 2 or 3 weeks to read some poems, write some poems, and we decided to culminate this unit with a poetry slam where I asked students to create their own original pieces of writing. So everything that you hear was written by the students. And the only criteria that I set forth for them was, 1, that it had to make the audience feel an emotion, and 2, that they had to make specific efforts to use several types of figurative language in their poems, be looking at the connotation of words that they use, and otherwise fill in the blanks. Okay, so everything that again you hear is written by the students. We do have judges out in the audience from the League of Minnesota Poets. We actually have one of the judges, Debbie here, sorry, not Debbie, wasn't back yet, who is going to open up with a performance of her own. So without further ado, let's give her a quick round of applause, and we'll go from there.
Weekend Warrior. Weekend warrior, whistling brisk morning strides against city passion, I try out trespassing. Heading to the Sunday sand pits, cross the line at Government Center, I am not the first. Dew slits the cracked ridges of footprints I can follow across the scraped hardpan and up the bulldozer dunes. The crest achieved, I crowned scoop shovel landscape, view the vendetta of spewed gravel against verdant forest, the split guts of silent hills that speak not too late, in spiked dry peppergrass, burrs with a suture of sumac healing amputations in the morning sun. At my feet, brave beauties, ground gems, jasper and carnelian, air-hardened soapstone and quartz sprinkle the granite and field rocks. My shadow stretches down the hill, collapses on the bristles of sparse grass and malnourished alfalfa. Everything cries with mauled earth, it's not too late. Milkweed seeds, tough silver on the brakes, catch in the thistle, promising monarch butterflies condominiums in spring moons to come. I move back, crumble brown leaves to a dusting of soil, skirt a sop of moss, treasuring 12 times its weight of water, mount the road bank and look down a fresh declivity where highway department guards' new sodded lawn and freshly painted shack warn me to beware of the dog. How far away? I ponder the silent pool, dip a finger at the minnows, other earth graves, other gardens still green, other grim gougers still unexploded await confrontation. I pick 3 milkweed pods on U.S. property and promise to count coup at the next protest.
Thank you. That was a wonderful way to open our event here. And without further ado, we will have our first student group come up on stage.
Hi, I'm Isabel.
I'm Ashanti.
And I'm Katrina.
This is our poem called Ugly.
I once was beautiful as a kid, but now I cover my face with makeup. Anytime that I walk through the halls, I feel like I want to cry. Anytime that I look at the mirror, I feel like I want to die. Nobody wants to be my friend.
But one day a new girl moved to my school. This is my chance to make a friend. I said hi, she said hi back.
We talked forever. She understood everything that I told her. We are forever hand in hand, best friends forever. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, hi, I'm Kayla. I'm Savannah.
I'm Ashley.
And I'm Taylor. And this is our poem called Volleyball. And the game begins. When I serve the ball, as I watch it fly over. Okay. Okay. When the ball is served, everyone stares. As I watch the ball soar, I hear this loud roar. And inside to the floor, I pass the ball, center gets under the ball, and it goes sky high.
Left, right, left, bam! I hit the ball. I feel like I can fly, and I score the first point. Woo!
And all over again, point after point, game after game, medal after medal.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Brooke, and my poem is called An Experience. As the trees go by, I feel a tear come down my eye. Why now, I ask, why now? As we go town by town, I remember something. I didn't tell my best friend I was moving. How come I forgot about her? Oh, she's gonna be so mad. Is it really that bad? As soon as we arrive, nothing looks familiar. A few days later, I get a call. Hello? Sorry, I can't talk now. I'm busy unpacking. What? A few seconds later, I realize it's her. As I've hung up, I don't know what I've become. A liar, a cheater, but most importantly, a bad friend. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Noah, and I'm going to be reading the poem, How a Poem is Truly Made. Have you ever wondered where it comes from? This poem is about all of you. Sit down and get a load off. Tranquilize your pen and take heed to the aesthetic applause. The things in life we take for granted. In time, which get worse, which makes our lives transverse. Entering a deep poetic curse. Writing everything down, rehearsing every living verse, embezzling words, withdrawing from your substance, yielding it to others who aren't devoted lovers. Educating the mind like Albert Einstein. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Akarsha, and my poem is called Memories, and it's based on a true story. March 14th, 2014. I see the house I left behind and my friends leaving goodbye. Why can't I stay? I ask. Why are we leaving? Well, I mean, it's not going to be that bad, right? I tell myself, but I know I'm lying. The next day, we're finally here, can't go back. Everything's new, nothing familiar. Said I'll visit, but I probably never will. No emails, no texts, no contacts at all. March 17th, 2014. It's already here, the first day of school. 1,000 eyes staring right at me. Couldn't comprehend anything, nothing came to mind. All I knew was that I missed my old teachers. January 10th, 2016. I want to go visit, just hop on a plane, but I keep asking, but the answer is always, maybe later, maybe later, maybe later. Well, maybe it is supposed to be later. Maybe in a few months or even a few years. Who knows? Until then, all I have are my memories. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Trevor, and this is my poem, The Boy Named Bill. There once was a boy named Bill. He fell down a hill. He broke his ice cream cone, and then he broke his new phone, and then he fell very, very ill. Thank you.
I'm Sam,
I'm Mitchell.
I'm John, and this poem's called Football.
For those of us who have an obsessive need to play the game like it's your deed, you want to play more every day, so at practice you play your heart away.
They love to watch you play the game, and you run real fast just like your dad in his past.
Sometimes I think football's my only need because I love the big rush when I gain speed.
My name is Jackson.
I'm Alex. And I'm Logan. And the name of our poem's Holiday.
When the bell sounds its last ring and others join in the sympathy.
Down the street and running 6 weeks in front of me.
Or listening to what teachers say this one day makes me happy because I am on holiday. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Natalie.
My name is Kelsey. I'm Haley. And I'm Leah.
And our poem is called Done. Fat, ugly, stupid, running her ears as she was crying in the dark. The words hit her like a bat. She was done with everything.
Every single person on earth hated her. No one liked her. No one wanted to be her friend. No one wanted to help her.
The things she thought were nightmares. Everything she saw made fun of her. She was ashamed to be herself.
She was tired. Day and night were the same. She stayed up thinking about the things everyone said. She told people to shut up, thinking it'd make her feel better. After that, everyone hated her even more. She was tired. She was lonely. She was embarrassed to be herself. She was done. Thank you.
My name's Cole.
My name is Dominic. My name is Christian.
Our poem is called Achieving Greatness.
We're in line, waiting, and waiting. It's time. We get in our seats. Suddenly, we're second guessing ourselves. Our hearts are pounding, and we're holding the person's hand next to us, not even looking who we're holding hands with. We see the gigantic hill. We're going up the hill very, very slowly. We just want to be done with this already. We look down, and little trees are laughing at us. And we see the drop. Our hearts stop, and our stomachs grind like when we pass by the breaker.
It feels like everything's going in
Slow motion.
Then in full speed, we scream, ah! We see the turn and we whip around the corner like lightning bolts. Out! We see the loop-de-loop, then we go. We feel like we're gonna fall out of our seats.
Our eyes open instantly. We see the flash, guessing it was our photos. We come to our last curved turn. We see the finish. We stop instantly. We get out of our seats. Our heads are dizzy. Our stomachs are aching. We look at each other like we achieved the greatest of the greatest. We look back at the sign that says The Crusher. We walk like we're famous in Hollywood. Then we get rudely interrupted.
Do you want the vital picture?
And we say, no, sir, and continue our famous Hollywood walk. Thank you.
My name is Brock.
My name is Milo.
And our poem is called The Sea. The beautiful emerald green waters, and the puffins who live by the sea. The sparkling beaches of pearl sand are as shiny and white as can be.
The beaches are littered with coconuts from the palms at the edge of the bay. And inside the covers of the palms and ferns is where the animals live.
Dwarfing everything else is the mountain, looking over the lush forest trees. And on the very top of the mountain is a beautiful view of the sea.
Also on top of the mountain, above the sea and puffins, is a very ancient temple that holds a tasty recipe for muffins.
In between classes, that was my homework, well done. Mr. Gustafson's class will be on deck in a second. We are going to have another guest performance.
I have to say before we go on, I am horribly impressed by the fact that you guys memorize these things. That's the first thing. And the second thing, I know your age group is, I know what the age group is, and I'm really impressed with your thoughtfulness in all of these poems. So I'm just blown over. I'm a little intimidated to read what I've written because you guys sound like you really know what you're doing. There's two little ones here. They're actually both about my children, but in different things. And one of the things I wanted to say about poetry is people will say, write what you know. And that's absolutely true. I think that that's an important factor when you write anything, whether it's poetry or short stories or plays or whatever it might be. But also don't be afraid to explore those things that you don't know and that you don't wonder about. This is called Drumming. The little boy was only 6 years and several moons. He wore his favorite moccasins every day, and even nighttime could not separate the soft leather from his feet. A warm spring day was filled with sunshine and promise. He's anxious to run outside and play. That's what we call it, but it's much more to him. The woods hold no secrets. Every inch of brush and tree, familiar destination, known only to him and to no others. He reaches the circle in the woods and sits, his legs crossed, his arms relaxed at his side, pretending, perhaps, breathing deeply. The little boy is only 6 years and several moons, and he waits to hear the song. It comes to him from the far unknown place. A hawk circles overhead, rustling the breeze with its wings. The notes repeat, and he rises and bends low and then high and low and then high and begins dancing to a song that only he can hear. And the hawk cries out and cries and flies away. And the little boy, 6 moons old, says, ahi aha, ahi aha, weo. Well, his new language comes from a very ancient spirit, brought to him by the sacred hawk, came to the little boy, only 6 years and several moons, who dances and sings to a rhythm that he holds in his heart. Thank you. And the second one is called The Dancer. She stood with her back against the wall, her arms crossed tight against her chest, as though protecting her wounded heart. Unable to take a step forward for fear of falling and not being able to get up, her breath was short and oxygen sparse in her lungs, whether from allergies or mental suffocation. When did this take over so completely? This inability to move, the doubts, the anger generated by things left unsaid, frustration of things said and yet unheard. They were like lead on her feet and keeping her tethered, trapped in an unlikely and uncomfortable spot. She was the dancer who could spin on point so gracefully. She who could leap in the air and dance circles around the moon. The gentle music of violin and flute, having been left behind, it was lost in the days of redundancy and complacency. Graceful moves were gone. She had wanted a partner, one who would lift and twirl with her, one who would share the dance, but no, she was alone. She heard the rhythmic drum beat and it was calling. Raising her arms slowly, she stepped out onto the floor. The music filled the emptiness inside, and she began dancing feverishly, as if the pounding of her feet could drown out the voice in her head. And she danced with her lungs filled with air and her body lighter than it had been in years, moving to a new song, a different tune, an unfamiliar choreography, but finding its own form and place. She danced, sometimes out of rhythm, but catching up. And with each step, she moved a little closer to herself. And may your poetry find that you are closer to your inner self. Thank you very much.
I'm Colin. I'm Isaac. And our poem is called The Winning Drive. Coming out of the timeout with 17 seconds left, down by 7, 53 yards to go. They do a halfback pass to the right for a loss of 2 yards. Now hurry up offense with 11 seconds left.
They do a pitch to the outside and bang! He gets trucked for a 2-yard loss. And hurry up offense, 7 seconds left to go. They throw a Hail Mary to the end zone. Touchdown! They go for the 2-point conversion and win the game 50-49. Thank you.
So I need to interrupt and give those two gentlemen an extra pat on the back. There was a third member of their group that went home at about noon today, sick, and they memorized his part in between now and then. So that was well done.
I'm Mallory. I'm Izzy.
I'm Olivia,
And I'm Caitlin.
and our poem is called Sports.
Hoops, hoops, all day long. What I do for my fun. The clock is ticking, baskets sinking, people tripping, dribbles tricking. That's how you play the game. Slam dunk. I walk on stage, music plays, faces turning red, the spotlight is on. I start to dance like no one's watching.
I shoot, I score, I hear the ball whistle into the net. I run farther every second. I try and I accomplish. Nothing can stop me, not when I'm playing my game.
I've tried 1 million times to get past that hit over the net. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Travis.
My name is Riley.
And this is our poem on hunting. Shooting 10 clips per day.
Finally, deer season is here.
In the stand before dawn.
Does were all around the feeder.
Waiting for the monster to come into my sight.
But then I realized today was not the day.
I heard popping as a shotgun. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh well, better luck next time, I always say.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Bo, and my poem is about the Vikings. Vikings are winners. They will win a Super Bowl. They won't lose control. They will love the stadium to play in for a long time. They love to slay. They will always be in the prime. They will always play. The Vikings won't be controlled. They will always be unstoppable. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Braden. I'm Ryan.
I'm Trent. And our poem is about baseball. Baseball, baseball, baseball. I love baseball. But when I get out, I'd like to shout.
Strike one, strike two, then I hit a home run. That was a lot of fun.
While I round third base, I tripped and fell on my face. But then I got up,
and I ran to home base while high-fiving each and one of every my teammates. The next day, I was on Sports Center. I was excited until I found out why. I was the number 2 on the not-so-top 10 list. Someone recorded me falling.
I felt sick the next day at school. I thought everyone was going to laugh, but it turns out no one watches Sports Center at my school.
Now I'm back to hitting home runs. No matter if I fall again, I'll get up strongly and keep running. Thank you.
Thank you.
My name's Lena. I'm Sarah. And I'm McKenna. And our poem's called The Worst Day Ever. When I got off the bus, I realized I left my right shoe in gym class. Even worse, it was pouring rain outside. When I got home, I went to go take a bath because of the disgusting day outside. When I went to go grab my phone downstairs, I realized my fish tank had broken into bits, and the glass looked like glittering diamonds in a treasure chest. As I was picking up the glass, I felt little pokes in my feet as if nails were murdering them. I flushed the fish down with mercy and said,
Then I realized that water was coming out of the bathroom door. I went to go grab towels and turn the water off. Then, this is the worst day ever. How could this get any worse? Then my mom called. I didn't know what she would say to all of this. I answered with, Mom, I can't talk right now. When will you be home?
I'll be home in 15 minutes. Make sure the house is clean.
I hung up immediately. I didn't know what to do. My phone accidentally called the poison control as if it had a life of its own, but I immediately ended it because I didn't know why.
I let out my dog. My dog ran into my neighbor's yard. I went to go get my dog, and my neighbors called 911 because they think I'm trespassing. Next thing I know, I'm in jail. I didn't know it was a crime. Oh well, better luck next time. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sam. I'm Riley, and this is our poem, The Squid, the Cake, the Squid, the Pig, the Curse, and the Magic Purse. There once was a squid who baked a cake in a cave. The cave was cursed with a magic purse. The squid didn't notice till his cooking got worse. When he found out, he yelled, "Oh, trout!" and hid behind his pig. The pig had stole the lid from the cookie jar. "Give me the cookie," yelled the squiddy. "Looky, looky, there's the cookie," yelled the piggy. The purse took the curse and the cookie and said, "Time to boogie." Thank you.
Hi, my name is Taylor, and my poem is called, it's about friendship. Isn't it funny how some special people don't realize how special they are? They're thoughtful and kind, even without thinking about it. They're always right there when you need them, not expecting anything in return. They teach us without trying. They teach us friendship and how to have fun. So thank you for all the good times we've had together. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Cece, and my poem is called The Thrill of Skiing. I grab the cold metal and prepare myself to get off. I feel as though I waited 1,000 years when I finally get to the top of the hill. I choose a route and make my way down. The wind is blowing through my hair, nose frozen, bright pink cheeks. My skis fly through the snow like water. I speed on the hill, getting speed. The wind whistles in my ear. I reach the bottom, throwing snow into the air and waste as I turn. I am but a speck on the mountain. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lindsay.
I'm Carol.
I'm Alyssa. And our poem is called Arizona. As I walked through the Grand Canyon, I shivered just looking up at the towering canyon walls.
It was something beautiful, like a piece of art, splashes of color everywhere I went.
I could feel the wind coming through my hair.
I felt like I was getting smaller and smaller.
It's the most colorful place I've ever seen.
The cacti are as tall as people.
Don't touch it.
I wanted to touch that thing so badly.
The sand was eating my feet when I walked through the desert.
The sun feels warm on my face. This is Arizona. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sally DeCook, and my poem is called The Trail Ride. It was my first trail ride up in the beautiful mountains of South Dakota. We tacked up and we were off for a 2-hour ride. I had my very own horse, and it seemed as if she could sense all my feelings throughout the whole ride. As we cantered off into the trails, the rocks and dust flew in the air. I was scared at first, but it felt like I was weightless. It's the best feeling in the whole world because suddenly the whole world is tuned out. It's just you, your horse, and the trails. As we climbed further and further into the mountains, the trees were so beautiful. It looked as if the land had been covered up with a green blanket. We stopped and admired the view. Then we headed off again, this time to the edge of what seemed like a 1,000,000-mile deep cliff. The horses stood only a couple of feet from the edge. What a thrill! When we came to the cliff, you could see Wyoming, even from South Dakota. As we wandered through the trails, we took pictures, had pine cone fights, and told stories. In the end, we all had a great time on my first trail ride. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gustafson's class. It was a job well done. We will, students, listen up close to this one. Okay, we will take a minute or two stretch break. Okay? You do need to listen for my countdown. As soon as I start counting back from our 10 down to 1, that's your cue to be sitting back down. iPad's back under the seat. For now, if you want to stand up and stretch, please do it. Beginning Mr. Pollock's class. We're going to open up this last section of our slam today with another guest reading by one of our judges from the League of Minnesota Poets. Thank you.
Sixth graders, thank you for doing this. I was told that you've been studying poetry for about 3 weeks. This is awesome. Thank you. I wrote a poem about my parents because I was wondering how they met one day. My parents were married for 47 years. And they met in 1951. So that's the title of the poem, 1951. This is a poem about missing, about arms needing to reach out to brush grass from your back, telling you everything you will ever need is here, will always be here, in green and budding like spring, and you not quite believing this. About a voice, a throat pink and smooth, speaking of Betty, the dancer, clicking her heels at Bar Harbor to Rosemary Clooney's beautiful brown eyes, or Johnny Ray's Cry. About eyes picturing a ripe summer, telling her she is beautiful without speaking, thinking of a rose, instead offering a white daisy. Love, you say, is all about opportunity. About words so far apart, they're more like fireflies, blinking messages. And you saying after the music stops, let's go lean against my car and look at the stars until we both go blind. It's about tongues and red licorice and how they sweet and curl and how you still liked both even after 47 years of marriage. This is about a poem about missing all these things.
Hi, I'm Addie.
I'm Callie.
and our poem is called Shopping.
I hate shopping. It is so boring. You walk around all throughout town, in the stores and out. It makes me want to pout. Yes, I hate shopping.
I love shopping. I'll do it without stopping all day long. There's definitely nothing wrong. I scream and shout, and I never want to pout because I love shopping.
I kind of like shopping. Actually, it really is like hopping, door to door and floor to floor. And as a bonus, the bags are super cute.
I absolutely hate shopping. I honestly don't care about anything there. Just get me out of here! Okay, you mostly got me all. I like shopping at the mall. I like shopping for clothes up and down so many rows. I just don't like the grocery part, but way down deep inside my heart, I like shopping.
Yay, she likes shopping now.
Hi, my name is Andrew, and my poem is called Will of Fire. If you want something, how bad do you want it? If you want success, you should want it more than you want a parade. That is when you will truly obtain success. If you want to win the Olympics, you have to have the will to win. My goal for life is to win the Taekwondo Olympics. I would travel all the way across the world just to achieve that goal. But what is your goal? Do you have the will of fire?
I'm Ellie, and my poem is called Game Day. I was laying in my bed, sleeping like a rock, not moving at all. I was having such a good dream, and then, beep, beep, beep. The sound of my annoying alarm clock at 6 o'clock in the morning. All of a sudden, I remembered that it was game day! I rushed into my super comfy memory foam bed, and I ran to get my basketball jersey. I threw my stuff on faster than the wind, and I ran upstairs to get some breakfast. I had a feeling that today I would play so hard that I could barely move tomorrow. After I finished my super yummy breakfast, I ran to fill my water bottle, get my basketball bag, and get my coat on. Man, my feet already hurt, but I knew why I was doing this. It's because it was game day! I rushed to the car filled with excitement, and we headed up to the tournament. When I got there, I ran to where my team was, and we were so happy to see each other. We headed straight for the gym where we were going to play in our tournament. At the start of the first game, I fired everyone up and yelled, "Game day!" At that game, I was so charged up that I jumped up and grabbed every single rebound there was. We ended up winning that game, and we all celebrated by yelling, "Woohoo!" But I told them not to get too excited because we still had 2 games ahead of us. At the start of the second game, I fired everyone up again by yelling, "Game day!" Man, that game was so intense I wanted to scream. They had some really good players, but that didn't stop me. I hustled their end of the court as fast as a cheetah, and I blocked off every shot there was. At that game, we ended up winning again a whopping 49-17. That's crazy! At the last game, my dad told all of us to stay as hungry as Byron Bears if we wanted to win. It was the championship game. I was so excited that I fired everyone up one more time by yelling, "Game day!" With 28 very long seconds left in that game, the other team scored in overtime, and we ended up getting second place. We all were so happy, though.
go. We took a team picture and we all celebrated by yelling, "Game day!" We were so happy. It was like the tournament was calling our names that day. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Prescott.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Olivia. And our poem is called The Big Hockey Game.
One day, there were 3 kids on the same hockey team. They had to get ready for a huge sports game. And the game was in France, and it was a championship game. The coach told them before each game to eat thousands and thousands of pounds of protein. And so that's exactly what they did. The next morning came really early, and they were ready to kick some butt.
That day they went to their game and got all ready. A few minutes later, they stepped on the ice, ready to do their warm-ups. When warm-ups were done, they dropped the puck and started to play. The kids were as fast as cheetahs, skating the puck up the ice. There were big checks and lots of penalties, but that didn't stop the kids.
They did not realize the opportunity to win the game was right at the end of their toes. They enjoyed a huge trophy. The final score was 6-0 against England. They each had 1 goal and 1 assist. They had the bubbliest personalities all the way home.
When they went home, they decided that they should have a little celebration, so they went to the Penguins against Wild hockey game.
The Penguins beat the Wild 3-0. Woohoo! And Sidney Crosby got the hat trick.
After all, they had the greatest time together ever. The end.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Nick,
I'm Riley.
and our poem's called Hunting.
One day, 2 kids bought a fast shooting gun.
To kill a big deer and have a lot of fun
They sat in a high tree stand.
with their loaded guns right in their hands.
All of a sudden, a deer as big as a car walked by.
They had to shoot it on the fly
They hit it directly in the heart.
because the deer was not very smart.
They found it was a trophy buck.
They couldn't even believe their luck. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. My poem is called Riddle. I'm the one who wakes you up every night. I'm the one who cuddles next to you when you sleep. I'm the one who knows you to feed at me every morning. I'm the one who slaps you when you try to give me a bath. I'm the one who helps you when you're mad, sad, or stressed. Can you tell who I am by my bell? Thank you for your time, everybody.
Hi, I'm Olivia.
Hi, I'm Lizzie.
I'm Liddy, and our poem is Everyone Deserves a Home. I was walking home all alone when I came across a man with a torn-up sign that cried, "Bring me home." I asked the man what the sign meant. He said that I hope that someday someone will bring me home. So I kept walking home all alone, thinking if I could help.
So the next day, I got a pile of food, as big as a lifetime supply, enormous blanket I have, and snuck out of the house to go find the man that lived on the streets. But he was no longer there. Where had he gone?
So I walked back home all alone. It was a lonely, deserted island, me walking back all by myself. But I came across his torn-up sign. I waited for what felt like 1,000 years, but nobody came. And as I thought for a while, I realized that he was no longer alone.
My name's Mason.
My name's Luke.
I'm AJ.
And I'm Lance, and our poem is called Florida Delight.
Landing in a place, a beautiful place. I bet you can't guess, cause it's the best. To run and have fun, while the wind plays songs. So come to my world, it's a great place.
Swimming in the ocean, oh so happy. I never thought that this could happen. Loving the breeze, summer happiness, all too well, and no crappiness.
Snorkeling beneath the ocean, a place where I've never been. So many fish swimming by. I try to catch one, but they're all gone in the blink of an eye.
Coming to Florida, oh so awesome. I can never believe all this awesomeness. Swimming in the ocean, on the beach, all so happy in one great piece.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jake. And I'm Cody. And our poem is called The Cycle of Life. There once was a brave warrior named Bobby. There was a bad kid named Billy. Billy wanted to take over the universe, but Bobby would not let that happen. Bobby had to travel across the land to Billy's fortress. Over the rivers and across the valleys he had to travel until he finally arrived at the fortress of Billy. It was time to bring Billy to justice. It was finally time for the big showdown. Bobby entered the fortress. He knew that he might not make it out alive, but he had to free the land from the evil Billy. There was a big fight, and in the morning when it was all over, Bobby was victorious. Billy was no more, the king was saved. The next day there was a big celebration in Bobby's honor. Everybody around the town came and awarded him with gifts. He got a gold medal. He was their hero. There was also a parade. He was on a big float made out of solid gold. And when the float went over the bridge, it collapsed. And Bobby drowned.
Hi, I'm James.
And I'm Logan.
And our poem is called Getting to State.
There were two teams.
They had one tournament left.
If they won all their games, they'll make it to state.
They were down by 3 points.
With 5 seconds left,
They stole the ball and ran down the court and shot a three-pointer and made it, and the game went into overtime.
they won the tip-off and ran out of the court to make a two-pointer.
The game was tied and they shot and missed.
So the game came in a sudden death.
They lost the tip-off,
blocked the shot,
and ran down the court and shot a three-pointer for the win.
After that, they went to B-Dubs to celebrate the big win.
Woo! B-Dubs!
Hello, my name is Luke Rodemeyer, and I'd just like to say to Mr. Wires that I'm not going to be looking out. Hanging on, never leaving, never wanting to leave. Your heart is blind, tears are rolling down. You have all felt this feeling before. You feel barren, like you'll never go back. Empty. Moving day, the day you move. You don't want to waste a second. You want to keep running. You want to hide, but someone will see. Oh yeah, that one's up. You think of all the bad things that have happened in your life now. New friends, new home, new town. Everything is new. You wake up. You scream, high-pitched, full of sweat. Something new. You get changed, get ready for the day. Your eyes feel like bees stung now. Because now, there is no turning back. You found out that school is great. Your new home is awesome. And everything else, well, that's great too. If you think that new is bad in perspective, think of it as a new opportunity for a new life. Thank you and enjoy your day.
Hi, my name is Hannah, and my play is called The Play. It was the day of the play. We practiced for what seemed like forever. That morning, when I got woken up to my aunt, Hannah, time to get up. Knowing me, I had to wake up, so she tried again. Hannah, get up. So she tried again, but she was a bit bad now. Hannah, get up. I walked out of my super warm room and then into the hallway. My sister passed by on the phone, and she hung up. She said it was the 80s. They said that they want their hair back. I looked into the mirror and saw I was Medusa herself. Okay, when I got to school, I had my normal, boring classes with my weird classmates. Then they called the cast down. My heart could have beat it out of my chest. We went backstage and got our costumes on. We went on stage, did our thing, and ran off. And then they put on Thriller, and then we went on stage and danced to the conga. It was so much fun. I wish I could do it all over again. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, no. We have one last performance by our judges from the League of Minnesota Poets, and then we'll give some closing remarks, and that will be the end of our Poetry Slam. So without further ado, didn't prepare it. Sorry, now.
Well, I kind of feel put on the spot because I have to be last. I just want to say you are all amazing. It's amazing, so creative, and so fun. You're all just wonderful. Keep working on poetry because it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. I'm gonna end on a little bit of a sad note. My poem is entitled Broken. The pit of the heart is liquid, thick and unclear. It does not flow, but sags, seeps, and despite what some may think, never thaws or freezes. The pit of the heart weighs heavy, pushes down the top of the tender gut, a cyst of lead, a gob of dread, clouded, awkward, and low, leaving one unable to swallow or let go. Thank you.
So I request from the students outline with a quick poem of my own. It won't be the full poem. This goes out to my friend Logan. By a friend of mine named Vanilla Ice. Goes like this. All right, stop. Collaborate and listen. Ice is back with my brand new invention. Something that grabs a hold of me tightly. Flows like a harpoon, daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? I don't know. Turn off the lights, and I'll glow. To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal. Light up the stage. All right, man. Okay, there you go. For those that are wondering, yes, one of my many talents is being able to rap Ice Ice Baby, so it's a good time. Those of you that came, I appreciate it. Judges, truly thank you. You did a wonderful job, and the students are going to give you a very large thank you right now, right? Thank you. Students, a couple announcements. Nope. Need your eyes as you use my way. A couple announcements as we wrap this up. Students, we're going to ask you to stay here. Okay, because